Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. You know, yesterday we made a video talking about the Vancouver Canucks, and I started that video by saying that there wasn't really much enthusiasm to make videos on Canucks stuff because Canucks stuff is just not exciting anymore. This is not last year. The Canucks don't have a 100-point score. The Canucks don't have a goalie nominated for the Vezina this year. They don't have the coach of this year. And for as good as he has been, Quinn Hughes is not going to win the Norris this year. The Vancouver Canucks have gone through so many bad things in 2024-2025. Interpersonal player drama, coach drama, bad results, bad defense, bad injury bites. And now it's gotten even worse. This is why, man, Canadiens fans are stoked for Demidov and his arrival. Red Wings fans are stoked for the future. Canucks fans are depressed about the now. And it's gotten even worse with this report from Rick Dhaliwal earlier this morning. I'm going to leave a link in the description to this video posted by Donnie and Dolly because it talks about one of the most supposed to be exciting parts of the Canucks organization. It talks about prospect Tom Willander and how he has yet to sign with the Canucks. Dhaliwal reported and updated the latest on what might be the holdup as well. This is what he had tweeted earlier before the show began in the morning. With all these highly drafted NCAA players signed immediately after their seasons, it's not a good look that the Vancouver Canucks have not locked up Tom Willander yet, their most important first-round pick since Quinn Hughes. And that was met with some criticism. There was this reply from Noah that got some traction saying, "I love you, Rick, but lately it just seems like you're constantly spreading a negative narrative around the team. With your huge platform that covers a team constantly filled with negativity, it would be great to take the approach of say something nice or nothing at all." And, I know there's going to be a few of you that are going to reply in the comment section of this video saying, Lego, you could do that exact same thing. But I'm like, yeah, I could try, but what positive things can we go out there and talk about in this situation or just in general? Oh, here are 5 reasons why Elias Pettersson is going to be a 100-point player next year. I can't make that video and fully 100% in my heart of hearts believe that it's going to happen unless it was all a hypothetical. Here are 5 reasons how Elias Pettersson could be a bounce-back player next year. That's a totally valid video idea, and, maybe that's actually something we should make a video about. I don't know. That just came off the top of my head, but I wanted to dive into Dhaliwal's comments about Tom Willander as recapped by Canucks News Summaries. Take a look at this. They posted the graphic that summarizes Dhaliwal. Big shout out over to Vancouver Canucks News Summaries. I love your Twitter account. Dhaliwal has a bad feeling about the Canucks and Willander. Other NCAA draftees are signing quickly. Negotiations are very quiet right now. Willander was seen attending classes at university this morning, and he's not on his way to Vancouver or Abbotsford. Dhaliwal has not heard from Willander's advisor, and he sees that as another bad sign. There are 2 issues that Dhaliwal identifies in this Tom Willander signing ordeal. Firstly, it's the burning of a year of his ELC, and secondly, it's Schedule A bonuses. And Dhaliwal does say here, of course, he always has to say that things can change with one phone call, but he also has been told that going back to school is an option for Tom Willander. Now, with some of the other news we had seen in the NCAA recently, I think Isaac Howard is the big one. Tampa Bay guy, top prospect, Hobey Baker winner this year. He didn't sign with the Lightning, and he said himself, hey, we just didn't see eye to eye. Now that guy is in a spot where the Lightning could be trading his rights because they don't want him to walk for free. Tom Willander isn't necessarily in a similar boat where he can walk for free right now, but his recently completed NCAA campaign was his 2nd season in the league, so he does have 2 more years to go before his Canucks-owned rights expire. I don't know, man. He doesn't want to sign with Vancouver. That is interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, this can go a number of ways. From the way Dhaliwal is talking about it in the video clip and in the summary, there seems to be an underlying sense of emphasis that Tom Willander, as a human being, has placed on his academics. It's not all hockey all the time for Willander. He's going to class. He wants to get his education. Of course, the way that everything is being talked about, it's like, oh, not necessarily like Tom Willander refuses to sign with Vancouver. It's more like, oh, he might go back to school. And that literally means the same thing as him always returning to the NCAA, but the way everything is being phrased, it does seem like Willander wants to put emphasis on his education, which is absolutely not a bad thing. Hockey's not going to last forever. That knowledge in your head, some, if not most of that will, bearing any sort of tragic dementia in later years, spare the Alzheimer's too, but ultimately, knowledge is a good thing to have, right? And so for Tom Willander, if this is a case where he's like, hey, I will sign with Vancouver, I will commit to this team, I just want to learn first, I want to go to school, I want to continue my sophomore season in college, and I'm going to go to class, I'm not going to leave my classes and head over to Vancouver Abbotsford right now, I want to get things done here. If that's the case, then okay, that is great. In fact, we've seen situations where NHL drafted prospects actually do spend the full 4 years in college and then continue to sign with the teams that had drafted them. They didn't go the free agency route. They didn't become a Jimmy VC. They didn't become an NCAA free agent. They signed with the team that drafted them. The one that comes to my mind is Jordan Harris. Jordan Harris was drafted by Montreal in 2018. He played 4 seasons with the NCAA's Northeastern University team, and then he signed with Montreal. And he made it very clear a year beforehand that, yeah, I'm going to finish my college education and then I'll sign with Montreal. I'm not going to two-faced backstab you guys. I'm not going to lie and say that I'm going to sign with you guys only to not end up doing so and become a free agent in the next year. He lived up to his word. Now, there isn't anything to indicate that Tom Willander is going down a similar or even a dissimilar path, but we just know that it does seem like he wants to stay in school. And if that is the case here, then I do wonder what the Canucks decor and what their plans look like next year and beyond, because if Tom Willander coming into the Canucks organization and being a mainstay top 4 guy was in the cards, if that's something the Canucks were thinking about, then I wonder how they're going to divert from that if Tom Willander decides to stay in college. There already was some other news that another Canucks prospect also playing for BU is going to stay. It's Macklin Celebrini's older brother Aiden Celebrini, who has already confirmed that he is going to stick around in the NCAA too, although this is not that big of a deal because he was a 6th-round pick. He's not a top guy like Tom Willander is. He's good. Don't get me wrong, Aiden Celebrini, very slow burn, slow growing type of NHL prospect in a depth role, but he's still a guy that is also a part of the same process. He's got a few more years left before he hits unrestricted free agent status after the NCAA too. But for Tom Willander, for him to not want to sign at this point, and for Dhaliwal to say on the show that he's got a bad feeling about the Canucks and Willander, I just kind of wonder what the conclusion is going to be here. Is there an idea that says Willander just doesn't like it in Vancouver? Does he not want to play for Vancouver ever? From the way it's being talked about, it seems like he might not want to play for Vancouver this year, maybe even next year, if he does want to go back to school and further his education. But what about the long term? Can he pull a Jordan Harris? Can he do a full 4 years and then avoid NCAA to NHL unrestricted free agent status by just signing with Vancouver at the end of the 2027 NHL season? Do the Canucks want to wait that long? Quinn Hughes is only going to be around for so long here too. So it begs so many more questions, but I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Tom Willander and him not wanting to sign with the Vancouver Canucks, or at least not right now. Maybe it changes tomorrow. Who knows? Everything can change with a phone call, right? But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this Tom Willander situation. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.